background in physical fitness and personal training. And now, to me, you've always been a technology specialist. I have to tell you, since I've known you, you've directed so many businesses, and it is phenomenal to see your transition. And thank you so much for listening to our unfranchised owners. Did you hear this, team? The average profit per website sold is $1,000 US. Pretty impressive. Also, the fact that this new Oasis program can literally help you extend your brand. It can help you develop your brand in addition to your focus, and whether it be business or unfranchised business or TLS or nutrimetrics or motives, cosmetics, or general nutrition. It's going to allow you to extend your brand. So maybe in the scope of things of you improving your brand, this might be a very good option that's very affordable. And again, it's similar to what I've used with DennisFranks.com, but the bottom line is it gives you that personal branding where people find you and your affiliate product line with such a creditable brand and company. I love it. Thank you, Jason. Very, very powerful. Okay, so we're onward and upward. We've got a lot of great things still coming. Our next speaker is an individual who I think is quite funny. He's really intelligent. His background, his PhD is a doctorate in analytical chemistry. You wouldn't think that in that background you'd have such a great sense of humor. And I always look at Dr. Lange when I see him at the office, and I always ask him, is his next presentation going to be better than the last? Well, anyway, Dr. Lange is a senior director of our quality control and our regulatory affairs, which is so very important. I don't know if every one of you understand with the multiple markets that we sell from and the fact that we deliver to over 100 countries. It's amazing to have an individual taking on the responsibility of putting out the quality products and making sure we're in compliance. With over 25 years of experience in drug and dietary supplements, manufacturing, packaging, and formulation, we were very fortunate to capture Dr. Mark Lange and bring him in and become our director of quality control and regulatory affairs. He also has an extensive background in leading laboratories of independent testing, as well as at the Institute of Nutraceutical Advancement. Dr. Lange, it is a pleasure to have you. Please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Mark Lange.
Hello, everybody. Dr. Lange here to talk about DNA Miracles product lines. The global baby personal care market size is huge. It's almost $6 billion last year, and it's expected to grow by 6% in the coming years. So I hope that you take this information I'm going to present today and use it to sell additional products to your customers. Let's talk about the importance of having the proper type of products for children's skin care. You know, there's a lot of difference between adult skin and children's skin. For one thing, baby skin is about 30% thinner than an adult skin, and that makes them much more vulnerable to the chemicals that are found in the environment, to absorption of those chemicals. And also, baby skin becomes much more dry and cracked if you don't properly moisturize it all the time. So here's a diagram where we see that difference in thickness between an adult skin and baby skin on the right-hand side. And also on the right-hand side, you see that baby skin has less natural moisturizing factor. And what that means is that when the air is dry, especially in the winter time, the baby skin can become very dry and even crack. And I've seen baby skin start to bleed on the fingertips if it gets bad enough. So that's why we developed a special line of products for babies and for small children. And it's called the DNA Miracles Natural Skincare line. Why do we call it natural? It's because at least 95% of the ingredients have been derived from natural sources. And also, There's no petroleum-based ingredients in these skincare products. There's no petrolatum. What is petrolatum? Well, it's better known as petroleum jelly. Instead, we've used natural ingredients, and I've highlighted 4 of them here. If you take a look at these skincare products and compare the ingredient list, you're going to see a lot of overlap, a little bit more of this and that with some additional ingredients. But there are 4 basic ingredients that I want to cover here. First is coconut oil, which is rich in lauric and myristic fatty acids. These act as emollients and occlusive skin conditioners. Emollients means it keeps the skin very soft, and occlusive means that it has a barrier function, keeping the skin naturally moisturized. Canadian willow herb has been documented to be used by the Native American Indians for hundreds of years, and they use an extract of willow herb to soothe and condition irritated skin. There's also ceramides added to the skincare lines, and ceramides help to maintain the normal moisture retention and barrier system in the skin. And we also have castor seed oil-based wax. And I'm going to get more into that ingredient when I get to the diaper cream. But right now, the thing I want to point out is that it's very easy to wash off, and I'll explain the advantage of that. So the first product is the hydrating baby lotion. And this product is very soft and luxurious to the feel. It has a nice scent to it that you want to associate with your baby, and it helps to soothe minor skin irritations. Now, I want to say right up front that my kids grew up with the DNA line. In fact, they started using the product before we even launched the products. So I have a lot of experience with this, and I also have a lot of feedback from my children. So I'm going to share that with you throughout this presentation. Baby skin is very delicate. And so when they go to sleep at night and wake up, you'll a lot of times find redness and irritation on their cheeks and on their stomach. And if you put this product on their skin, you'll see very quickly that it helps to soothe that redness and the irritation on small babies. This is by far my favorite product in the whole DNA line. It's the foaming wash and shampoo. You'll notice that it has a pump on top. And so when the child is in the shower, they can pump out a perfectly proportioned palmful of foaming bubbles. And the kids love to apply this on their body, and they can wash their hair with it. It's been tested by a third-party independent lab to show that it is not irritating to the children's eyes. So they can use this with confidence. Just to tell you a personal story, my daughter, Caitlin, who's about to turn 9 years old this year, she started using this when she was 2 years old. She still uses it and refuses to use bar soap and adult shampoos. She always wants the DNA Miracles foaming wash and shampoo. The point being is once you start a kid on these product lines, you'll probably have them stay on the products for years to come. The DNA Miracles Natural Diaper Cream is the product that has that natural plant-based wax in it. And this product is unique to the marketplace. There is no other product like it because there's no petroleum-based ingredients in it. Have you ever tried to wash petroleum jelly or oil off a baby's bottom? You just can't do it. It's ridiculous because oil and water don't mix. But because we use a plant-based wax on it with a low melting point, you can set your child down in a warm tub of water, and the wax will just melt away. Or you can just use your hand with a washcloth. It'll come right off. And the advantage of that is if a baby has skin irritation or a diaper rash, the number one rule is keep the baby's bottom clean. And you can't do that if you have a petroleum-based ingredient. So I encourage everybody to try this product out. You'll be amazed by it. The Natural Soothing Ointment. This is a product that should be in every medicine cabinet whether or not you have children, because there's so many uses for it. It's so versatile. And I think, based on testimonials, that more adults than children use this product. People use it for dry, chapped hands and feet. They put it on their lips. They use it for minor skin irritations related to insect bites or poison ivy or sunburn. The number of uses for this is only limited by your imagination. So, and this product is coconut oil based. All four of these products are combined together. You can buy them individually or combined together in the bath time box. And this makes a great present for the expectant mother or for a newborn, to give them this product line. And again, I can't emphasize enough, you get the parents started on, get the children started on these products, and they will be repeat purchasing these products for years to come. The next product in this line is a 3-in-1 shampoo, body wash, and bubble bath. Now, what's so great about this product is its versatility, of course, as you can see from the name. But if you're doing a bubble bath with most of the products on the market today, after the child gets out and dries themselves off, what happens is their skin immediately begins to feel itchy and irritated and dry. And you won't have this experience with a 3-in-1 shampoo. It rinses off cleanly, and there's no diethylamine, no parabens, dyes, synthetic fragrances in it. And because of the naturally based ingredients in it, the child will not experience dry skin when using it. Now I want to transition into ingestible products. And the first 3 products I'm going to cover are probiotics. And here we have a nice illustration of how the microbiome in a person changes over time. A baby gets its first exposure to good bacteria, helpful bacteria, when it's being born, when it passes through the mother's birth canal. What happens is when the child takes its first breath, it's ingesting bacteria, and that bacteria will help the child to digest milk. It will help the child to build an immune system and also help with the development of the digestive tract. But as the child ages and begins to eat solid food, you can see that the diversity of the microbiome increases and the number of species, populating it increases. And so it's changing as we age and becomes stable through adulthood when the child is a teenager until you reach about the age of 70. So when you're going back and reviewing this presentation, please look at the bottom of this slide and you'll see some of the things that influence the microbiome composition. So here's the first product. It's called the DNA Probiotics Extra. Now, before I begin, I want to just say in general, what are some of the benefits of taking a probiotic supplement? Well, there's 3 big ones. First is it supports the immune system. Remember, most of the body's immune system is in the gut. Secondly, it helps with a healthy bacterial balance. In other words, the bad bacteria won't take dominance over good bacterial strains in the gut. If you have that more bad bacteria, things can happen like you have gas building up, which is painful to a child. You may have loose stools. These are just some of the indications of imbalance in the gut. The third reason to take a probiotic is that it will improve the bowel movements and the regularity of those bowel movements. So let's take a look at the DNA Probiotics Extra. This probiotic was designed to emulate some of the best benefits from mother's breast milk. And I'm going to skip right to the next slide and show you, here's a bottle of it. It has a little scoop in it, all right, to measure out the probiotic. And this powder is odorless and tasteless, and it easily dissolves in breast milk, formula, or even baby food. The child won't even know it's there. And it has probiotics. It has 2 different probiotics in it. It has Lactobacillus rhamnosus and Lactobacillus reuteri. And these have very specific advantages. I can think of 3 ways that babies will benefit from this product. The first is if the baby was born by C-section, they didn't get that initial inoculation of good bacteria from the mother. So they need to have good bacteria brought into their digestive tract. Secondly, if the baby is on antibiotics, it can wipe out their good bacteria in their gut. And so it needs to be replaced. And thirdly, if you have a colicky baby, a child that's crying all the time excessively, and generally that's because gas is building up in their gut, pressing against their intestines and causing pain. Well, these 2 strains of probiotics have been shown in multiple studies to reduce the crying length, the length of crying in colicky babies. Next, we have the chewable probiotics, which is for children who are a little bit older. They're starting to eat solid foods. They have teeth. And this is made by the LiveBac tableting process. And LiveBac helps to assure the viability of the probiotics. In other words, you don't have to store this probiotic in the refrigerator for it to stay good through the shelf life. This probiotic, of course, will promote stomach comfort and bowel regularity, but you can see on the bottom of the slide here, it also supports healthy teeth and gums. Let's talk about that a little bit more. On the bottom of this slide, you see there are 5 strains of probiotics in this product. Let's look at 2 of them. The first is Streptococcus salivarius. That's been shown in studies to reduce plaque buildup on the teeth. And also it helps to prevent the acidification of the oral cavity. And that will help to keep the enamel structure sound and in normal shape. The second is Lactobacillus salivarius. And this strain has been shown to help with the symptoms of bad breath and also reduce inflammation in the gums. So again, what we're doing here is providing to the child bacterial strains that are naturally found in the body so that their digestive system and the oral cavity can function normally and optimally. The third probiotic is called DNA Floramelts. And this is really nice because it comes in stick packs. And kids will love to open up these stick packs, empty the contents of the powder onto the palm of their hand and lick it. It has a great kind of a fruit punch flavor. And you also can mix it with foods and beverages too. This probiotic delivers 1.5 billion CFUs, colony-forming units of lactospore. Now, lactospore is a strain of the probiotic called Bacillus coagulans. And what I want you to do on your own is go to a search engine and look up lactospore studies. And you can see all the benefits of this probiotic. But it will strengthen the immune system. It will also help with intestinal defense. And also you can get 1 gram of soluble fiber from Jerusalem artichoke, apple fiber, and chicory root. So it's a probiotic and a prebiotic here. Now, let's go into children and poor nutrition. I don't think we need to dwell too long in saying children just don't eat right. 1 out of 2 American children eat at least 1 meal from a fast food place, or they're getting their meals from the frozen aisle of the grocery store. 1 out of 2 children every day. And so their diets really fall short of the recommended standards that are set forth in the US by the USDA. They're not getting enough fruits and vegetables. They're not getting enough whole grains and calcium, but they're getting lots of fat and sodium and lots of sugar. And what's the result of this? Well, because they're getting inadequate intakes of good energy sources and proteins and nutrients, it's slowing down their growth rate. They're not getting enough calcification, and they're not getting good bone mass. Their immune system is not where it needs to be. And also, we're getting a lot of obesity in American children. 1 out of 3 American children are classified either as being overweight or obese. So what can be done about this? Well, of course, helping with the diet is one thing. Actually, one thing can be done is improve their diets, but another thing is to supplement their diets. And we have 2 chews. One is the DNA OPC3 chews. Now, this contains in each chew, which the kids love. I mean, I've never seen a child turn down an OPC3 chew because it really tastes like candy to them. So they love these things. But the thing is that every serving of OPC3 chews provides the same amount of OPC3 active ingredients that you find in the isotonics product. Now, I know there's other speakers talking about the benefits of each of those ingredients. But I just want to point one thing out here. This product helps to support the production of neurotransmitters and also helps to improve circulation of blood flow into the brain. And therefore, this is a type of product that will really support cognitive function in your child. DNA, vitamin C, and D3 chews. Wow, what a combination there. Why vitamin C? Because our children aren't eating enough fresh fruits and vegetables. Why vitamin D3? Because our kids are spending all their time looking at their devices in the house. They're never going outside and getting exposed to the sun so that the body can produce vitamin D naturally. So these are 2 combination ingredients that can support the immune system, support healthy teeth and gums, support the growth and strength of their bones, and of course, support their immune system. This is a product for today's child in today's world. In addition to vitamin C and D, it also provides zinc, which is needed for normal growth and development, insulin storage and release, and supporting the immune system. DNA Isotonics Multivitamin Plus. Now, here you see bullet pointed some of the benefits of taking a multivitamin. And believe me, I could have easily made this list 3 times as long. But, and then I thought, well, what can I do to explain this product? I could say, go through all the nutrients and go and relate them to all these benefits. But let's step back and just take the big picture here. Okay, let's look at why does a child need a multivitamin? And I speak from experience as a parent. Kids can be picky eaters. Wait a minute. Wait, what am I saying? Kids are picky eaters. They drive you insane if you're a parent because one day they'll eat something, the next day they don't. It changes every single week what they will and will not eat. And also a lot of children, they put these limitations onto their diet. I know so many children, they say, well, I eat pepperoni pizza and I eat cheeseburgers and chocolate ice cream. Those are my 3 food groups. And if my parents put anything besides those 3 food groups in front of me, I just sit there and look at them. And eventually the parents cave in and say, just give him a pizza. At least he's eating something. But what I'm trying to point out here is that children are not getting the diversity of food groups that they need. It's so essential that growing children get all these vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and phytochemicals from the food that they eat, but they're not eating right. So that's why children need to be put on a multivitamin to fill in those nutritional gaps, to give them all these benefits that you're seeing on the screen. Why is it called Multivitamin Plus? What makes it plus? Well, this product was formulated to support children that need additional nutritional support in the areas of digestive, neurological, and metabolic health. And one way that that's done is by using activated B vitamins. Now, I know there's going to be other speakers talking about activated vitamins, but I'll just give you my 2 cents, my simple thinking explanation of what they are. When you're taking in vitamins, either through supplements or through the food, with some vitamins, your body needs to convert them into what's called an activated form or a methylated form before they can be used. But a lot of people don't, including children, don't have the mechanisms, the mechanics inside of them because of genetics to do that conversion. So what we've done is in this product, we've already done the work for the body, and we've put in activated forms of some of the vitamins so that they're ready to go to work as soon as the child takes it. We also carry an isotonics immune product. Your children are exposed to millions of germs every day, especially if they're in a daycare environment where they're sharing surfaces, sharing toys. And what this product does, using the active ingredient Wellmune, it helps the immune system be able to detect, track down, and then destroy pathogens and foreign matter that gets into your child's body, helping to protect them. And it does that by using beta glucans. Beta glucans are fairly common in the natural world, but Wellmune uses a proprietary baker's yeast to derive the beta glucans from. And it's highly purified and it's naturally gluten-free. And I can tell you just from experience, because I take the adult version of this in isotonics, this stuff works. And it always works for my kids too. In addition to Wellmune, it has vitamin C and zinc, which we know supports the immune system. And it has bromelain in it. Bromelain helps to modulate the natural inflammatory response you have and keeps it under control. So this combination of ingredients is just a winner product for your children. DNA Isotonics OPC3. This is not the same product as Isotonics OPC3. It has the same base ingredients for OPC3, but it has more. It has hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, when combined with water, forms kind of like a jelly substance, which is found in your joints. And it helps to cushion the joints so that they don't rub together. Hyaluronic acid is important for eye health and also for tissue repair. Vitamin C is, again, needed for tissue repair, creating collagen. And it's a cofactor for the production of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that's needed for children to have fine motor skills. Vitamin D promotes muscle strength and neuromuscular function. We also have an DNA essential omega-3. No fishy taste. I repeat, no fishy taste in this product. It has a great fruit flavor, tastes like mango. You can put this in a tablespoon, give it to your child. They'll take it and say, "Mommy, give me more. I love this stuff. It tastes so good." Or you can put it in their food and in their beverages. So it provides 500 milligrams of EPA, 300 milligrams of DHA, which actually corresponds to a good dosage level for an expectant mother. A pure, high-quality omega-3 needs to be included in a woman's supplement regimen during pregnancy and especially during breastfeeding, because DHA is really important during the early stages of an infant's life, because it helps to ensure optimal brain, eye, and nervous system development. And there's also a lot of small studies. These are so cool to look at. A lot of small studies done with children where there's an association between taking an omega-3 supplement and improved behavior, improved attention span, and improved learning in these children. We also offer a chewable multivitamin. Why? Because it gives you options. Kids are picky. So if they don't like A, they don't like B, well, here's option C. You're certainly going to find something that the kid will like to take. And lastly, this is our newest product to the DNA Isotonics line. It's Isotonics Vision. We are exposed to high energy blue light, and it comes from LED lighting. It also comes from our handheld electronic devices. And a lot of times kids are holding those electronic devices right up against their eyes. And so it goes into their eyes, and that's bad because blue light can damage the photoreceptors that are found in a spot in the back of the eye. And that spot is called the macula. The macula contains a pigment called lutein. And that lutein will help to absorb the blue light and protect those photoreceptors, helping to maintain clear, sharp, vision. I'm going to skip ahead 2 slides to show you what I'm talking about. Here's a diagram. Blue light going into the eye, focused by the lens, hitting that macula, but the macula contains lutein, which helps protect those delicate structures. So, this product contains Fluoroglow lutein on the bottom of the slide. Fluoroglow lutein is the most studied gold standard form of lutein. It's been used in multiple studies in humans, especially related to macular degeneration. This product also contains carrot extracts and bilberry extract. And these are great antioxidants. Why is it important to have antioxidants? Well, it's because the eyes are exposed to the external environment, and they get exposed to, your eyes get exposed to air pollution, to cigarette smoke, to vapors from cleaning product. And all these things have the potential for causing oxidative damage. And this oxidative stress can initiate or develop ocular injury, which results in a decrease in visual acuity. So if you have a lot of antioxidants or free radical neutralizers protecting your eye, it will help to maintain normal visual acuity. So I think you can see that from head to toe, DNA Miracle has something to offer your little ones and also your not so little ones, so that they have good, clean bath time fun, and they also have healthful supplementation. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.